In the land of Hyrule, there echoes a legend held dearly by the royal family that tells of a boy. A boy who, after battling evil and saving Hyrule, crept away from the land that had made him a legend. Done with the battles he once waged across time, he embarked on a journey, a secret and personal journey. A journey in search of a beloved and invaluable friend. A friend with whom he parted ways when he finally fulfilled his heroic destiny and took his place among legends.
Hello everyone, and welcome to The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask for the N64. Now, I will be honest straight from the beginning, this video game right here is my favourite game of all time. I have played a lot of games in my time, but this one is the one, that just stands out to me the most, and hence that's why I'm doing an LP of it right now. It's also because I've reached a subscriber goal of, getting over 500 subscribers, and I always said to myself when I started this channel, if my channel if it ever gets past 500 subscribers, that is when, I would do an LP of Majora's Mask, because it's like my favourite game ever and stuff. This is probably going to be a long LP series as well. My estimation is probably around, I don't know, over 50 episodes long, because I'm going to play this game to the full. I'm mainly going to be collecting all the masks, and just beat this game to 100%. You know, I'm going to be doing all the side quests, collecting all the heart containers, and it's going to be a fun time. What's with that stupid horse of yours? It doesn't listen to a word that's said to it. There's no point in riding a thing like that, so I did you a favor and got rid of it. Aw, boo-hoo. Why the sad face? I just thought I'd have a little fun with you. Oh, come now. Do you really think you can beat me as I am now? Fool! Now that's a good look for you. You'll stay here looking that way forever. Sis! Whoa, whoa, Skull Kid, wait for me! I'm still here! Tail, you can't leave without me! You! If I wasn't dealing with you, I wouldn't have gotten separated from my brother. Well, don't just sit there, Deku boy! Do something! Why are you looking at me like that? What, is there something stuck on my face? Will you stop staring and just open that door for me? Please, come on, a helpless little girl is asking you, so hurry up. Oh, Tal. I wonder if that child will be alright on his own. So yeah, just like that, we're now changed into this thing right here, which is known as Deku Link. In other words, if you're familiar with like the Zelda franchise and stuff, there's like these enemies, or at least just things called Dekus. And we're one of those. I know some people tend to go Deku or something like that, but the first time I played it and stuff, I always pronounce it really as a Deku, so that's just the way I'm going to say it throughout this LP, I'm afraid, but still. Although one thing I want to pay attention to detail with is this. I know this is kind of weird to show off, but if I look up right about now or so, you'll see like these strange patterns going on. You gotta remember, like, this was on the N64. And to see like this kind of thing going on, you know, like a system like this, which could only handle 64 bits at the time and that, was pretty impressive. I don't know why, it's just, whenever I start that game, I always just look up at it and be amazed, you know, because I like to see how old systems have held up, you know, for what they're able to perform and stuff. Like, you know, when you play a Sega Mega Drive game and you see that the visuals still hold up today, particularly with games like Musha. Hey, wait for me! Don't leave me behind! So, that stuff back there. I, apologize, so take me with you. You wanna know about that Skull Kid who just ran off, right? Well, I just so happen to have an idea of where he might be going. Take me with you and I'll help you out. Deal? Please? Good, so then it's settled. Now then, I'll be your partner, or at least until we catch that Skull Kid. My name's Tattle, so it's nice to meet you, or whatever. Now that we've got all that straightened out, can we stop messing around and get moving? If I figure something out, press C up button or something, and I'll tell it to you. Hopefully you'll manage to get by without my help until then. Yeah, she often does that quite a lot or so in this LP, or just mainly game, shall I say, not really LP. But I honestly kind of like Tattle in this sense, because she kind of has so many mood swings going around, you know, at one minute she really cares for us, and then the next she doesn't. So, it's kind of, you know, a bit better than Navi in my opinion, because all Navi did really was just occupy you, you know, in Ocarina of Time, and tell you what to do and tell you pointless information. Tattle doesn't really do that a lot in this game, if you ask me, and I kind of approve that a lot. But you'll find that, like I was saying just later throughout the game, at one minute she'll be happy, the next she'll be really cross and really aggressive with us, you know, and it bonds like some sort of connection between the two, really. But now we found across the first item in the game, which is known as a Deku Nut. In case you're unfamiliar with these are basically used to stun enemies and stuff, making things a lot easier for you. And the new thing they introduced really in Majora's Mask is if you press the B button, you're able to send it downwards and just, you know, set one off that way, sort of like a bomb, if you will. But I don't really want to show that off at the minute, given the fact that I have 10, and I kind of want to keep them at the minute or so, because they might be useful for a bit later and stuff, but still. Hey you, come on, press Z and talk to me. Yes, by the way, I'm British, so I say Z. Deal with it. Okay, so let's just try that out right now and see what it does or so. There you go, see, you can do it if you try. When I fly over to people or objects, use Z to look at them so you can talk to them. Use Z targeting to talk to people even if they're far away. Or if there's no one to target, you can use Z to look straight ahead. But enough about that for now. Come over to this tree and check it out. Okay, so how about we go and do that right now, because a little theory of mine I'm about to talk about or so is related to this tree. In fact, a lot of people have theories about this. But if I just talk to this tree right here, it will say this. It's strange, but the way you look right now sort of looks like this tree. It looks all dark and gloomy, almost like it could start crying any second now. How sad. Okay, so like there are theories going on where apparently, you know what we are right now, Deku Link? Is basically that tree right there. Given the fact that it says we look, you know, sort of look like it in this case, and there's like a certain cutscene that we see at the end of the game with a thing going on. I don't really want to tell you exactly what it is because it would give away a spoiler. But you see, in Majora's Mask and that, you basically collect these masks and things which basically resemble people or creatures that have died and things. So, you know, there are theories that what we are is basically that tree right there, and we're basically being its soul or something. I'm not too sure, really. Also, I didn't mean to click on it right there, but never mind. But either way, let's just go through this bit right here and see what happens. Yeah, this game is quite different compared to all the other Zelda games, really, because even though it's dark in its sense of lighting and things, it's also dark for like the atmosphere, and that's probably why I like it the most. It's sort of like the edgiest, you know, compared to all the other Zelda games, and just how weird and absurd it is. It's pretty much up there with like, you know, the weirdness levels if you've ever played, The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening for the Game Boy, or even Link's Awakening DX for the Game Boy Color and stuff, but still. I mean, it's got that kind of feel to it, really, and I just love this game a lot, and I hope you enjoy my LP out of it, because I'll do my best to explain it. You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? That certainly did not become a meme at all. I own the Happy Mask Shop. I travel far and wide in search of masks. During my travels, a very important mask was stolen from me by an imp in the woods. So here I am at a loss, and now I found you. Now don't think me rude, but I have been following you. For I know of a way to return you to your former self. If you can get back the precious item that was stolen from you, I will return you to normal. In exchange, all I ask is that you also get back my precious mask that the imp stole from me. Sorry about that, I had a bit of an interruption right there. What? Is it not a simple task? why to someone like you, it should by no means be a difficult task. Except, the one thing is, I'm a very busy fellow, and I must leave this place in 3 days. How grateful I would be if you could bring it back to me before my time here is up. But yes, you'll be fine. I see you are young and have tremendous courage. I'm sure you'll find it right away. Well then, I am counting on you. Okay, I apologise really if my voice acting and stuff, and as well as just reading, is a bit all over the place, but this is just how I am in general really, and I'm kind of not used to this, because most of the games I LP don't really have a lot of dialogue and stuff. But there's actually a little Easter egg hidden in the Happy Mask Salesman and stuff, where if I go to the back and change to first person view, and move up slightly, this is going to be a bit difficult because I'm playing this with a Wii U gamepad controller, and the analog sticks are not really that well designed to emulate, you know, the N64's control sticks. But if you look at like the dead center or so, if I try and keep it still, there'll be like a mask of Mario. Now, the thing that kind of creeps me out with this really is, remember before when I was basically saying the masks basically resemble things that have died? What the hell happened to Mario exactly? I'm kind of a bit spooked by that, to be honest, and I'd rather not think about it, because the more I think about it, the more it creeps me out. So I'm just going to head straight out and see what happens. Dawn of the first day, 72 hours remain. He gives me the creeps. That masked salesman was the... Sorry, just thinking aloud. But 3 days? Even if we never sleep, that leaves us with a measly 72 hours. Talk about demanding. Well, don't just stand there. We're going to see the Great Fairy. Look, you want to find the Skull Kid, don't you? The Great Fairy will know what he's up to. She watches over everything. And just between you and me, the Skull Kid is no match for the Great Fairy. Go to the shrine near the North Gate. You'll find the Great Fairy in there. Now what I'm actually going to do on this bit is try to explain a couple of things that's been going on with this LP, because I might as well stop the episode here, because I mainly just want to do like a quick introduction to, you know, the game going on, because now we are just outside on this town that suddenly we appear in. And there's a giant moon in the sky. What's that about exactly? But what I'm mainly going to be explaining about is how this LP is going to work. So one thing you may have noticed at the very beginning with the intro is that's not really the actual in-game music. In fact, that's the Zelda reorchestrated version. You see, nowadays Nintendo's quite heavy on their copyright when it comes to showing off certain games and things, and what the hell do you want at a time like this? Hey, aren't you going to go to the Great Fairy's shrine near the North Gate? Whoa, look at the time! You don't even have 3 days left! Yeah, whatever, she often interrupts you quite a lot and stuff. But due to them being heavy on your copyright, it means that basically, if I include some of their music and play it loud, it gets detected, and basically I get like a copyright claim, and it affects the series and stuff. So, you know, what I'm doing to bypass that really is, while the cutscenes are playing, I'm going to be playing the Zelda reorchestrated versions. So when you do actually hear the cutscenes in their full audio with the music, it will be the Zelda reorchestrated versions, in order to avoid, you know, like this issue with Nintendo going on, really. I just thought I'd explain that as well, and also in the outros is going to be like Zelda reorchestrated music as well. That's the only way that I'm going to work around this, because first time around when I was recording this, I simply just talked over the cutscenes, but this game has some very deep and depressing cutscenes, and me talking over the top of it kind of brings you out of the experience, really. So, you know, that's why I've came up with this solution of using Zelda reorchestrated music instead, really. So hopefully that's a bit of workaround to it and things, then we can all just get on happily with and stuff. And at a time like this, I reckon we're going to call it off here for The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask. So, in the next episode of The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, we're going to see the Great Fairy, you know, at the North Gate, like Tattle was telling us. So take care, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this episode, and I will see you in the next one.